All right, well, it's December 2020. I did something ridiculous and bought back a car that I used to own in 2015, a 1990 750 IL. I'll share more on the story. I just wanted to sort of document where I am right now. I just got the thing home. It's on staggered E38 Empires, real nice tires. Rims are in nice shape. It's got the original spare in the trunk, toolkit, jack. I've got 4 M systems, square 17 by 8s. They are forged. I have 3 turbine covers with fans and hardware. Nice set of the stock wheels with really nice tires. And an enormous amount of parts that I'm trying to organize. Some of these I bought 5 years ago, like bumper struts and all this stuff I actually still had. Exhaust hardware, a bunch of bolts and stuff. Those are the chips I bought from Shogun like 5 years ago. It's got a different, I think, walk chips in it now. You got power seat motors. We get the original lights. It's got smileys on it now. The corners, Dynon rear suspension. It does have the Dynon fronts on it. It does still have the hydraulic suspension on it, which I will delete because I hate it. All the factory radio stuff seems to be there. It's got some aftermarket job in it, which seems to be terrible. So that'll be a project in itself. All sorts of speakers and a steering box. That's the old one. It got a steering box replacement. 3 valve stem caps, outstanding. And yeah, so it's just a fun project. So here we go. Well, it's been a few days. I have done nothing about this, so I guess it's time to start organizing this. The E55 is sold. I'm going to organize all this stuff, put it in boxes and bags. I'm going to throw on the ambers. I like the amber corners on these. This also has HIDs that aren't mounted to anything, and I believe that those, the ballasts, they with these electronic speedometers, they cause an interference and make the needles sort of go all over the place. And I either remember that we just had to mount them against metal from the E34 days, or you wrap them in tin foil or something. So I might give that a shot too and see what happens. They also like polish the deck lid. The front end of this car, the hood, the roof, and the doors have a lot of dings, so I'm gonna wait to do any paint polishing there. So the rear quarters, the deck lid, etc. look really nice and straight, so I might start polishing those, but might do a little cold start and stuff too. But otherwise, it's exciting. It's a cool looking car. I'm very excited to have it back. Want to drive this thing across the country in a few months. All right, this thing hasn't been started in a few days, so let's see what happens here. Pretty good. All right, well, I just reinstalled the injectors after having them serviced. Really, I want to eventually take all these intakes out. It needs valve cover gaskets. I want to paint everything, etc., etc. But the old injectors were so gross. It just needed to be done. I dropped I dropped that bolt. There's 2 bolts that holds the injector rail onto the intake. I mean, it's fine. It's in place, snug. But I dropped one of the bolts down into the V of the engine. I didn't see where it went, and I didn't have that rail in, so the injector ports were open, so I had a mini panic attack thinking that the bolt fell into one of the ports. I was sort of able to look in there with a flashlight and didn't see it sitting on top of the valves, so I'm just going to start it and hope it's not rattling around in the engine, because that would be catastrophic failure. So this is calculated carelessness. Okay. All right. First start after injector replacement. The odds of this just firing up and running mint are so slim. Cycle the fuel pump for a second here. And let's just hit it. Give it another sec. Nice. Pretty smooth so far. The exhaust note is actually noticeably smoother I mean, the tone was the same before, but it would kind of almost, not like it was missing, but I truly don't think it was running equally across all cylinders, and it really sounds like it is now.